Hi, welcome to clickmeproject.com. This video will lead us to the demo of decision making scheme to ensure power and resource usage for service providers. Let us see the abstract of this project. Many cloud service providers face problems due to VM migration in the clustered server. Due to over migration of VM, there is a loss of power, resource, cost, etc. Sometimes clusters may be overloaded. Demand of the CPU performance exceeds the available capacity, so a violation of the SLA established between the resource providers may occur. To reduce these facts, decision-making schema is proposed in this paper. This method will be used to decide whether to migrate the VM and to switch the cluster in sleep mode, or to switch the state of cluster from a sleep mode to activate mode. This decision is made by analyzing the current load and future load that is predicted and displayed. In this paper, all the loads are being monitored and updated in the database and displayed to the service providers for decision making. First of all, the resource is created. This resource contains the clusters, and these clusters contains the servers, and the servers contains the virtual machines. Using these resources, the operations are done by the user. All the server contains the equal level of virtual machines, and all the cluster contains the equal number of servers. Then now the user is created. The user creation process is user defined one. The jobs are also created in this process. After creating the jobs are allocated to the user. Then the user allocate the job to the resources. The jobs are allocated randomly to the resources. The jobs are allocated on the random basis. Then only the jobs are executed in the resources. The virtual machines are executing the jobs. Then the current load and the future load of the system is predicted. In load analysis, the current load is the first thing that we calculate. It contains the RAM utilization, memory utilization, etc. The current load is calculated, and then the future load is predicted. EWMA is used for the future prediction. This method is very useful for prediction the future RAM and memory utilization. The future load also contains the RAM utilization, memory utilization, etc. These are predicted by the exponentially weighted moving average. This is called the EWMA process. And then finally, the management system. The management system is one of the process used in this system. The management system compares the current and future load of the system. If the current load is high, means then the servers and the virtual machine in the cluster is migrated to the another cluster. If the future load is high, means then the new cluster is created, and then the server and the virtual machines in the cluster is same as the existing clusters. Now let us see the demo of decision making scheme to ensure power and resource usage for service providers. Now press enter. Now click here in the text area. For each press each cluster is created. Now there are two clusters are created, and now press next. The clusters are now created. Now click OK. Then the servers are created. Here there are two servers are created, and now press OK. The servers are created and each cluster contains the servers. Now press OK. Enter the number of virtual machines in each server. Now there are two virtual machines are created. Now press OK. Now the virtual machines are created and that are placed in the servers, and the servers are also placed in the clusters. There are two clusters and two servers and two virtual machines. These virtual machines are placed in the servers and the servers are placed in the clusters. And now press next. Enter the number of users. There are 5 users are created. Now click OK. Now the users are created. Click the OK button. Now press next. Now enter the jobs that you want to create. There are 5 jobs are created, and then press OK. Now the jobs are created. Press OK. Now the jobs are allocated to the users. That is the user 0, that is the user ID. The user 0 contains the 5 jobs and the user 1 contains 5 jobs. Likewise, all the users contains the jobs that are created, and then press the next button. Now click allocate job. Now the jobs are allocated in the virtual machines. That is, the job 0 is allocated to the virtual machine 1 and the job 1 is allocated to the virtual machine 6. Like this way, the jobs are allocated to the virtual machines. Here the virtual machines ID are displayed. Now press OK. Now we have to get the current load of the system. Now press get current load. Now the current load contains the RAM utilization, memory utilization and processor in the virtual machine. This current load is getting for all the clusters. That is, here the 2 clusters are present, so the current load for 2 clusters are calculated, and then press next. Now press the get future load. Now the future load is predicted for all the clusters. Here we have 2 clusters, so that the future load is predicted for these 2 clusters. By using exponentially weighted moving average, we calculate the RAM utilization and storage utilization for all the clusters. Now press next. Now click the before. Here the existing utilization of the cluster is displayed. Now press after. Here the future load of the clusters is displayed, and then press the decision. Now the decision is, that is, current load is high. If the current load is high means we have to migrate the servers and the virtual machine in a cluster to the another cluster. So press the delete a cluster button. Now the servers and the VMs in the cluster 1 can be migrated to the another cluster.